Hallå och välkommen tillbaka till ett nytt avsnitt utav If My Heart Had Wings. Och idag är det den sista dagen utav sommarlovet, antar jag. The last day of the summer holiday. Vi ska hoppa rätt in här. There's no time to waste. Utan vi hoppar bara rätt in här. The last day of the summer holiday. Håll i dig, för nu åker vi. Senpai. Hey there, Aikun. Why are you up so early? That's my line. You weren't in the dormitory, so I thought you might be here. I woke up early, but I didn't see Senpai anywhere. All her things in her room were carefully tidied up. Yeah, I thought I'd tidy everything up before the others come back. I'll be moving to my dad's lab immediately after this. Today's the last day of the summer holiday. In other words, the day when Amane-senpai leaves the school. But we still have one day. But there's nothing left to do, right? Everyone was planning to get up before dawn again and go to the runway. We didn't think that a miraculous phenomenon would occur 2 days in a row. Even so, we wanted to believe there was a slight chance. However, I knew that we wouldn't be able to do it again so soon. At that time, when we were caught in the dawn draft and forcibly pulled up, the glider sustained strong G-forces, and parts of the fuselage were damaged. It's possible to repair, but flying is out of the question for at least today. Senpai's objective was to fly to the morning glory. Now that it's out of reach, there was nothing left. You haven't seen any of the others, have you? No. Why? Because this year's summer holiday was so fun, it's hard for me to leave this place. I'm sorry, but could you say something to them? For me, I'm not much of a talker. Senpai looked really troubled when she said that. Then she started packing all of the arranged things into a large travel bag. She's been living here for a long time, so she has a lot of personal items. I'll help you carry it out. No, it's okay. Those are mostly things that I don't need anyway, so I'll just leave behind anything I can't carry. Senpai said while gazing at her still cluttered desk. As she was looking it over, her gaze stopped at the photo frame. Are you leaving this behind too? Yeah. She smiled as if she was saying that even if she took it, nothing would change. When I saw her slightly lonely smile, all my bottled up regrets came to a boil. I'm gonna continue it. I'll improve and definitely fly to the morning glory in the glider that you and the others have made. Yeah. Senpai nodded, and after thinking for a moment, put the bag down and stood in front of me. She took my hand and held it gently. In the garage, which didn't have air conditioning, it was as hot as a sauna. My hands were covered in sweat, but hers were as soft and smooth as freshly washed sheets. Then, Senpai, with her childlike but slightly more grown up than yesterday eyes, looked straight at me. Thank you, thank you, Aikun. Thanks to you guys, in the end, I was able to go to that place. To the sky that until now I can only admire from below. When Senpai was saying that, she had a small yet satisfied smile. How about Isuka-san's feelings? I wanted to ask her if she understood the reason why Isuka-san had become so engrossed with gliders. Honestly, I still don't really know, but I have already decided to leave. So thank you. Senpai closed her eyes and hugged me gently. To tell the truth, I thought I was going to cry. Use the things in here however you want. The winch at the runway is also Soaring Club's equipment. What about these designs? The designs had been left on the drawing board. I finished them last night, but I don't need them anymore. I'm sorry, but if you don't need them, just throw them away. I couldn't. Well then, if you don't get going, I'll miss my bus. Senpai put her bag on her shoulders. She staggered slightly under its weight. I'll walk you to the bus stop. Oh, thanks. With a smile that was crisp and sunny as this summer sky, Senpai has left the garage behind. The garage where she secluded herself for so many years. It really was the most fun summer ever. It really was the most fun summer ever. The next day, the first day of the new school term. What are we going to do now that we don't have enough members? We can't ask Anchan to help every time we want to do a flight, so what should we do about transporting the glider? Vadå, det är väl det ni har gjort hittills, eller? What should I do to get the pilot's license? Although we were disheartened from the feeling of loss after Amane-senpai had left, we discussed our plans for the club on the way to the school in the morning. Kotori, Himari, and I are all felt the same about continuing the activities of the Soaring Club. Det var ju bra att ni gör det i alla fall. Next time we'll definitely fly there, to that passage of clouds. It was still a little further to our dream that we have yet to fulfill. However, it was almost within our grasp. With that experience, it was no longer just a dream. We all had a precious objective now. All three of us could clearly imagine this in our minds. That's why we didn't have time to feel down. What awaited us was an unbelievable scene. Oh shit. Vad har hänt? What is this? Heavy machinery had smashed a hole in the wall. Va? Of the garage and was crushing the roof behind the no entry sign. Hey, no way, what's going on? Kotori and Himari were at a loss for words before such a horrifying spectacle. I stood there in a daze, frantically trying to grasp what was going on here. But there was no way I could comprehend it. The place where we were gathered and spending time together every day until yesterday had suddenly been destroyed. Our garage is... My knees were trembling. It felt like all the strength had left my body, and yet an intense rage surged from within. Vad fan är det som har hänt? What the hell is this? I approached the man who seemed to be the foreman, but he only made a troubled face. Of course, these people had been only dispatched here by someone to do the demolition work. But I had no other outlet for my emotions. Why are you doing this? The man, bla bla bla, det är ju för fan Tobioka. Alltså vadå, har de rivit det nu så här först? Det här känns ju jättedumt. Hur kommer det sig att de inte har berättat för någon liksom? De hade säkert massa ägodelar och sånt där inne och de bara river. Det här känns jätteorealistiskt, men okej. What else is there to do? This is what was promised from the beginning. Alltså det här är ju jättekorkat. Det här är ju nästan för korkat, alltså... Lite intressant att de river hela skiten, men det här är lite för korkat för att det ska vara trovärdigt. Liksom, de pratade tidigare om att andra personer kan använda det här garaget och bla 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 bla. Och nu bara river de det första dagen. Jättekorkat. Det känns väldigt orealistiskt. Tobioka was glaring at me, as if to say that the workers aren't the ones I should be talking with. That is, if I have any complaints, I should talk to him. Oh, then I'll tell him, alright. What's the meaning of this? Oh shit. Är det fight på gång eller?
I've told you before, when the summer holiday is over, the Soaring Club will have its status revoked. This place was scheduled to be demolished.
But we're still here.
You don't have enough members to be recognized as a club. It has been tolerated until now, but we won't be so lenient any longer.
That's an oppression. It was accepted that we had the freedom to carry out our club's activities.
Oh, if you want to continue your activities, feel free. Only as a circle, though.
Tobioka, you son of a... Oi. I almost jumped at him without thinking, but Himari stopped me at the last moment. Oi, don't do it. She shook her head in frustration.
Don't get in the way of their work. It's already too late anyway.
What the fuck? With those words, Tobioka left. What the fuck? We stared dumbfoundedly at the demolition work. Det här är jättekorkat. Jag fattar inte. Like I said, we were already too late. Alltså jag är intresserad på att se vad outcomen av det här är. Men det här är jättekorkat. And I had finally found something that I wanted to do. Losing this is just too much. Yeah. Himari hardly said anything. She just quietly watched the garage being demolished. And I... Hey, Aoi-kun. I climbed over the no-entry fence and walked into the garage.
Hey, you, what are you doing? It's dangerous. The foreman from before rushed over, flustered.
Excuse me, just a moment, I said and pushed him aside. Then I stepped into the half-destroyed garage. The foreman hurriedly stopped the machinery. Aoi-kun. Oi. The inside of the garage was crushed. All our memories were smashed to smithereens. Alltså det här är superkorkat. I rummaged through it emotionlessly and picked up the things I was looking for. Sorry about that, it's okay now. I bowed my head to the workers and stepped outside the no-entry sign. Let's go. Alltså det här är så korkat. Jag antar att han tog den här flight iron, men... Aoi-kun. Those are the designs that Amane-senpai sketched yesterday. She said that she had completed them. Amane-chan's designs. and a photo frame that was decorating Senpai's desk. Inside was the photo that had stirred us all into action. It's not over yet. Huh? Mastering alla bredvid. Nu måste vi göra allting från början! Spela om spelet igen, från början. Allting. På grund av att väldigt konstiga saker händer som inte är logiska överhuvudtaget, men tack ändå. Mastering all my bravery, I faced them with a smile as bright as the midsummer sun. I won't let it end like this. We will definitely fly in our glider. A coterie who was about to cry smiled at me. Yeah. Himari's depressed expression also lit up with a smile again. All right. A giant cumulonimbus was drifting in the clear blue sky. It is said that the tops of such clouds sometimes extend up to the stratosphere, which means that there are updrafts that reach high. Our dream isn't over yet. It begins right here. Oh my god. Okej. Åh nej, vänta. Jag har en... vänta. Okej, vi stänger av det ett tag. Okej, nu ska jag sitta och lyssna på den här låten. Tyvärr får ni inte höra den. Alltså, jag är väldigt... Alltså, det där kan ha varit något av det mest korkadaste jag varit med om. Men samtidigt så är jag okej med det. Jag är typ okej med det samtidigt. För jag är så här väldigt nyfiken på vad de kommer göra nu med storyn. Det känns väldigt korkat. Men jag kan ändå köpa det. Av den simpla anledningen att jag vill se vad som händer nu. Bara därför kan jag köpa det liksom. Så att okej. Vi kör. The runway you deserted. Even if we stand back to back. Even if we stand, your head wing hits my back. Okej, ni kan inte ens höra någonting, så jag menar. Det är inte lika roligt då. Past daybreak. Jag har fått sett massa fina bilder här. Jag hoppas inte jag missade en jättefin bild. No novel produced. Jag missade säkert jättefina bilder där. Kolla, där har vi våra tvillingar som vi aldrig har fått vara med. Men som vi borde ha fått vara med för länge sedan. Nu kan vi slå på ljudet igen. Okej, vad kommer hända nu? Jag är så sjukt nyfiken dock alltså. Men väldigt, väldigt konstigt. Lite trevlig musik. Jag kan gå och hämta min eukalyptus nu medan den här musiken spelas. Sitter jag fast här också. Det kändes som att den här låten skulle övergå till så här Living on a Prayer. Jag vet inte, bara kändes som det. Här är ett nytt ställe. Jag hämtade en jävla Ferrari-bil också. Alltså godis. No, I thought you might be here. Okay. Ja, verkligen. Nej, men det är typ nu vi måste börja komma på en riktig röst till de här. Till de här. Ja, jo. För det är nog nu de kanske kommer börja bli lite mer delaktiga, om man säger så. Och det är lite svårt om man har godis i munnen också. I thought you might be here. Måste nysa, vänta. Oh, herregud. Ja, vi gör det, John. If you don't go back soon, you'll be late for dinner. Yeah, but just a little longer. There's no use waiting. It won't appear anymore. Huh? How do you know that? Jag vet inte vad de ska få för röster. It hasn't flown since that time, has it? I went to take a look at the runway. It was overgrown with weeds and has no sign of usage. Yeah, but... Oh... I asked about it today at school. They were members of the soaring club from our school. Huh? The people flying the glider were? Yes. Those were the activities of one of our school clubs. Sometimes it's the hardest to find things that are right under your nose. So that means if I ask, they might let me join. Oh, that's too bad. Huh? The status of the soaring club was revoked a while ago when the legendary senpai... Legendary senpai quit, for what I've heard. Really? That's why they aren't flying, so there's no point in waiting here anymore. Come on, let's go back, I'm hungry. Jag vet inte riktigt. I see. They won't be flying anymore. A sky so blue it almost hurts the eyes, and a giant Kubliblibi was towering up there. Cicadas were singing loudly. Kallar det här sång. At the end of their lives. Va? Va? Ska du döda dem? And the plants showered in the sunlight were overgrowing. Summer has come again. Va? Har det gått ett helt år nu? Ah, it's so hot. Har det på riktigt gått ett helt år? För i så fall så kommer jag bli lite så här halvt irriterad. Det förstör lite grann min... Det kändes ändå som att vi hade börjat komma Kotori väldigt nära. Och sen bara ett år senare, då känns det som att det borde ha hänt någonting under det där året. Men nu kommer de bara vara typ på precis samma ställe som innan, antar jag. I complained while hanging the sheets on the clothesline. In this heat, they should be dry by lunch. Det kan inte ha gått ett helt år. While saying that, I gazed at the distant Kumiribioba. It's said that when a Blabibia, like a huge column of clouds, becomes especially enormous, its top can reach up to the stratosphere. Alltså vad är det som händer nu? The altitude record for gliders also reached the stratosphere. Both of these facts are hard to believe at first. Morning! As I took the sheets out of the wash basket, I heard a voice from behind. It was Himari. Today sure is hot too. I'm not done yet. Can you wait inside? Va? Va? Nej, de här personerna är tillbaka. Did it arrive? Good morning. Wow, why are you all here? Oh, it's just Himari. I was so excited. What's the matter? Why are you all so disappointed? We thought it finally arrived. What? The new refrigerator! Va? Alltså vad är det som händer? Jag fattar inte. Det är... Okej. Minasekund really did this best. We thought that it was impossible. We won't need to compete for the narrow space to keep our juice cool anymore. Huh? Our refrigerator wasn't used for decades. It's a relic from the last century. It's been in a bad condition for a long time, and we noticed that its power supply often stops working. But now there won't be any tragic accidents with expensive ice cream melting on us anymore. The other day, Kotori-chan's Häagen-Dazs was completely wasted. That's a disaster. The food won't spoil anymore, and the electric bill will be cheaper. That's good news for the owner as well. I explained when I joined. Then the funniest thing happened. I explained when I joined everyone after I had finished hanging up the laundry. She didn't give it to the okay that easily, right? Yeah, well, I was the one who was negotiating with the owner, but getting to this point wasn't exactly a smooth process. Aside from the owner, her sons also opposed the idea of buying a new fridge because they want to get rid of the Flying Fish Manor as soon as possible. Vad fan? Varför ska de riva allting som vi vill ha kvar? I persistently continued to negotiate the negotiations and finally won. It's all thanks to Minasekun. Yeah, he's a great door mother. Nah, not really. The old lady said that Oikun is doing a good job. By old lady, she meant the owner. I think that's the reason she agreed to it. Then the doorbell rang. It's here! Ugh. All the boarders got excited. Excuse me! The guy from the electronics store came straight in and let out a surprised voice when he saw all the girls, plus one boy, lined up there. Refrigerator delivery! Alltså vad är det som händer? Vad är det som händer? Please install it over here. Could you also take away the old one? The new fridge will be installed in the dining hall and the old one will be taken away for recycling. Ja, det är bra att ni tänker på miljön i alla fall. Bra att du nämnde det också. And the old one will be taken away, thrown into the sea. Now, after I signed the receipt, I'll leave the rest to you. Sure. I told Kanako-san to take care of it and left the dormitory. Så vad fan är det som händer på riktigt? Oh, we'll miss the train. Oh, sorry. They have it nice. I wanted to go too. Kotori said hesitantly. To think you leave your leader home. It can't be helped. Today you're helping out at Anchan's place. I know that. 1 year has passed since the Soaring Club has... Det har gått 1 år. Okej, alltså det är jättedumt också. Jag tänker bara låtsas som att det inte har gjort det. För det känns jättekonstigt. Att liksom all development med våran personkemi förmodligen bara stannat helt av i ett helt år. Bara pop, pausats. And now summer had come around again. We got to hurry up with our plan. Yeah. Okay, jag vet inte vad jag ska säga alltså. We couldn't get approval to revive the club, and although we were functioning as a circle, under Tobioka's surveillance, carrying out our activities within the school became effectively impossible. Yes, now, Kotori had proudly called herself our leader, since she was the second in charge. Before, she was supposed to rightfully inherit the club president title. However, since we've been demoted to a circle, she's just the circle leader. It looks like Kotori has really taken a liking to that title. Circle leader, wow. She said, doesn't leader actually sound more remarkable than president? Anyway, back to the point. We don't have a clubhouse or a glider, but there are things that we can do. One of those things was part-time job. I decided to continue my dorm mother job even after the owner had recovered. I was getting some money from my mom for work. We were using it to cover the expenses of our activities. Himari and Kotori were working at Anchan's workshop. They didn't receive wage, but we're getting paid in glider materials, wow. Factories can get those more cheaply, and they chose good quality materials, so it was a big help. From now on, our plans will require large amounts of materials like FRP. And now, Himari and I are heading to the location of another kind of our activities. It's a gliding center, 2 hours away by train. I frequently visit it, doing flight training all the time. A few days ago, I finally got my long-awaited pilot's license. It was pretty hard work, but with this I can fly a glider by myself. Himari's been coming with me when she had spare time to familiar herself with the aircraft and help with the maintenance. Kotori comes too, but she always just watches. She could go for a flight with a local pilot, but she stubbornly refused. It's okay, I'll fly with Oikon. It seems she still remembers the promise I made to her before. And of course, I also secretly remembered it. Secretly, huh? We had a goal. To improve an aircraft according to the designs that Amane-senpai had left behind, and then to use this glider to fly above the passage of clouds. Det här är lite intressant dock, men I compare them with the past data, and the weather conditions this year really resembles those from the year when Morning Glories occurred. It might come this summer. It's possible. We don't know whether it will come or not. It appeared last year, so it would have been more natural to think that it wouldn't come again this year. But thinking that it won't come is pointless. Let's believe that it will appear and move forward. That's why we need to prepare for it flawlessly. When I looked up, I saw a sky so blue that it almost hurt my eyes, and a Klublibidi towering above us. This sky seemed to stretch infinitely high. A full-fledged summer was about to begin. Okay. Väldigt skumt, men okej. Okej, så nu ser transitionen ut så här istället, antar jag, eller? I don't know. I don't really know. A strong wind blew against the classroom windows. Luckily, it hasn't started raining yet, but there were already signs of an incoming storm outside.
According to the weather forecast, a typhoon will be passing over Kasagawa this evening around 10 o'clock. It seems like a very large typhoon. Storms have already caused some damage in western areas, which is why the school will be closed this afternoon. Go straight home without taking any detours. Everyone responded to the teacher's warning with a lively yes. What was everyone so excited about by this unplanned break from school? It's amazing outside. Look, tree branches are bending so much. Oh, you're right. You're not a little kid. Don't make a fuss about some typhoon. Give me a break. Isn't this totally exciting? Right, Oikun? Asked Kotori, as she turned to me seeking approval. Well, it is pretty exciting. In the past, didn't you get scolded for wanting to go outside whenever a typhoon came? You held the edge of your raincoat, spread it, and jumped around pretending to be a flying squirrel. Squirrel, remember? That was when we were kids. Heh, so that's how Himari was as a kid. That's in the past. Now I'm grown up. I wonder. Ugh, what? Yeah, whatever. Let's get back already. I have to return right away and do maintenance of that shabby dormitory. This time it might get blown away. Due to frequent typhoons, our Flying Fish Manor suffered a lot of damage. Part of the roof was blown away. What? The walls were peeling off, the rotten shutters were broken, and so forth. It was on the verge of collapsing. I'll come and help too. You guys are always taking care of me after all. Sorry for the trouble, that will be a big help though. We were in our 3rd year now, but we ended up in the same class again. It's not clear if it's a coincidence, or if someone was being considerate towards us. It lacked the flavor of a fresh start, but to be honest, I was really happy that we could have classes together again. As we went into the hallway and waited for the elevator. Excuse me, guys, somebody called out from behind. Oh, President, hello! It was Kumoi Akare-san, the former vice president and now president of the student council. She became the new president a few days ago, after the student council elections. Can we help you? Yes, there's something I'd like to ask you. All of you, the members of the soaring circle. President's remark made us flinch on the inside. What might that be? Kotori moved forward as our representative. She's also a leader, but only of a circle. However, she doesn't lose to Akare-san in terms of her firm attitude. Not here. Could I ask you to accompany me to the student council room? She gave us a mildly threatening glance. Oh crap, she definitely found out. What should we do? We had a little secret that we didn't want the student council president to discover. Does it have to be now? The typhoon is starting outside and our teacher told us to go straight home. Nice comeback, Kotori. This won't take long. I just want you to answer yes or no to a simple question. Yeah. Kotori couldn't help groaning at the president. You know what this is all about attitude. At that moment, the elevator arrived to our rescue. Without a moment's delay, I pushed Kotori's wheelchair into the open door. Uva? Sorry, President, we're in a hurry, so we'll take another time. Hey, wait! If you don't hurry back and do the repairs, our shabby dormitory will fall to pieces. With those words, that actually weren't a lie, I defiantly pushed the close door button on the elevator. Come to the student council room tomorrow, got it? Akare-san's angry voice chased us through the gap in the closing door. Whoa, this wind is unbelievable. The grass that Kotori plucked and threw danced in the air, blown away by the wind. Quack quack? Hey, are you still alive? No, Hat, don't come out here. You may be fat, but you're still small, so you'd get blown away for sure. Quack! Hey you, stop playing around and help us too. Ugh. I came back in a hurry and mobilized all boarders to help with the maintenance. The windstorm was even stronger than when we were returning from school, and the walls of the old dormitory were screaming in protest. Hey, the thing Akare-san wanted to talk about just now was that, wasn't it? Himari asked anxiously. Well, that's what it looked like. What will we do? There's not much we can do, aside from playing dumb. Kotori cut in, as she rubbed the top of her head that had just been chopped. Seems like it. We had a secret. It would be a huge mess if that new straight-laced student council president found out about it. Even if we're found out, we'll face it with dignity. I envy that baseless self-confidence of yours. More importantly, I'm really fired up by the typhoon. It's totally exciting, right? Kotori was in high spirits. And excitedly, prepared, spread, both hands up in the air. Ugh, what a carefree girl.
I'm worried that this shabby dormitory might get blown away, you know. With those words, I threw some repair materials down on Kotori's lap. Take this to Yuka-san and the others. Okay, let's go ahead. Quack quack! Without putting up any resistance, Kotori went toward the other boarders. She also changed a lot during that year. When I first came here, she hardly spoke to the other boarders at all, but now she talked with them normally. Back then, she was complicating everything with her obstinacy. I think the way she is now is the real Kotori. The boarders are all nice people at heart. As soon as Kotori started being honest, they immediately accepted her. And thus, Flying Fish Manor has been peaceful lately. Nysa! Prosit, jag ber om ursäkt alltså. Okay, I guess I'm done here. I was about to head to the next place when my cell phone rang. I took it out. Mom was displayed on the screen. Uh-oh. Hello? Hello, Aoi, it's me! What's the matter? A typhoon is coming, isn't it? I was wondering if you were okay. Don't worry, I'm doing the maintenance with everyone's help. Well, I see. It's a big help that you are so hardworking. Yeah, if you think so, why don't you bump up my wages? I'll think about it. She always just leaves it at that. Anyway, Aoi, there's something I need to discuss. Discuss? What's that? I asked while her tone gave me a rather bad premonition. New boarders will be coming tomorrow. What? Himari, who was right next to me, got surprised by my sudden shout. Take good care of them. Oh, är det tvillingarna? Wait, Mom, that wasn't a discussion at all. It was already decided. It's troublesome to hear something like that all of a sudden. Oh, it's an urgent situation, so it can't be helped. There are rooms available, so it shouldn't be a problem. There aren't any that can be used right away. Yes, there is. The double room on the second floor. That's... I got flustered. They're coming tomorrow, so leave it to you. Wait. Oh, wait, Mom. You're embarrassing me in front of my girlfriend. She hung up on her end. If I called back, she probably won't answer. What's the matter? Himari asked anxiously, while peering at my stunned face from below. New boarders are coming tomorrow. She told me to use the double room on the second floor, but... oh, that's pretty bad. Oh wow, håller de på att bygga en glidflygare där. We have to move that thing by tomorrow. But there's a storm outside. What are we going to do? De håller på att bygga en jävla glidare där. Jävla lirare. Large raindrops struck the window. It seems that the storm was getting serious. Aiko, what should we do with the room on the second floor that has a roof leak? There's a blue sheet on the in the storeroom. Spread that out across it. The waterway in the back garden looks like it's going to overflow. Leave it alone. And my bedroom window was blown away. What the fuck? What? Are the shutters okay? Yeah, just barely. What? Vad fan är det som händer? Alright, close the shutters and reinforce them from the inside. Oh, okay. Come on, this building was holding up well so far. There were a lot of typhoons this year. With this, Kasagara has been hit 3 times so far. The previous 2 had caused significant damage already. Just after we had finished repairs, the 3rd one came. As I was frantically doing, ja, då gjorde nog ett bra jobb. Om fönster blåser iväg. As I was frantically doing the maintenance work, I came to understand the feelings of the owners who want to demolish this place. Wait, what am I thinking? I will protect the peace of Flying Fish Manor. Det låter väldigt fridfullt här. The tension raised by the typhoon made me shout some weird thing while I was on the way to repair the window in Kanagasan's room. Alltså, okay. Uh-oh. There's nobody home? They probably can't hear us because the wind's so loud. Let's go in. But if we stay here, we'll be soaked, right? Yeah, that's true. Please excuse me. There's really nobody here. Excuse me, is anyone here? Oh crap, this isn't just a small leak. Get a bucket for now. We'll have to keep watch over it all night. Ugh. Excuse me. They didn't hear you. You have to say it louder. Excuse me. She ignored you. There should be a big bucket here. Oikun. What is it? I'm kind of busy right now. There are some visitors here. Visitors? In the middle of a storm like this? Who could that be? Excuse me! Won't somebody come here? Is there really nobody here? Nevertheless, this place is pretty worn out. Won't it disappear without a trace by tomorrow morning? Excuse me! Somebody please come out! I went to the entrance with Kanako-san. A girl was there. 2 girls, or rather, 2 twins. They looked exactly the same. One of the girls noticed me. She had teary eyes but was whispering something. What should we do? He's a stranger. Of course he is. Okay. Also, who might you be? Well, what should I do, Yoru-chan? Were they surprised when a boy suddenly showed up, even though it's a girls' dormitory? The twins seemed really bashful and too hesitant to say anything. Having said that, they really look alike. Huh? I remember seeing them before. För över ett år sedan. Have we... What is it? Could you stop staring at us so much? Oh, sorry. Is there something strange about our faces? No, it's not that. I just felt that we have met somewhere. Ja, det var över ett år sedan liksom. Oh, I remember. Huh? When I suddenly shouted, one of the twins, for now I'll call her Girl A, jumped in surprise. You're the curry girl. Curry girl? It was quite a long time ago, but she was the girl who bought high-grade marbled beef for curry at the supermarket. Well, are they your acquaintances or something? No, I know them sort of one-sidedly. I'm a stalker, a creepy stalker. But why is the curry girl here? Wait, they're twins. At that time, was it Girl A or Girl B? Say, you two, what are you doing, fly fisherman? How's the knee say? Thinking that they might be scared of me, Kanako-san stepped forward and kindly asked them. Nice backup. Another stranger. Well, it's a dormitory, there's lots of people here. Did you come here to meet someone? No, we will. From today, here, we're going to live here. Girl B, BB quickly finished what Girl A was desperately trying to say. Huh? Wait a second. What did you just say? Well, they're going to live here. Kanako-san said, like it was somebody else's problem. What? My surprised yell frightened Girl A again. Wow. I'm Kasato Asa. I'm Kasato Yoru. For the time being, I gathered all the boarders in the dining hall and got the 2 girls to introduce themselves. It seems that timid Asa-chan is the older sister and Kurt Yoru-chan is the younger sister. Asa and Yoru, that's amusing. Koto was really impressed. There's a person in a wheelchair. That girl seems like an idiot. Kasato-san, you say, hey, could it be that you're those Rama genius sisters? Genius sisters? What are you talking about? Come on, everyone's been talking about since this spring that those amazing geniuses have enrolled in our school. On top of that, they're beautiful twin sisters. Well, yeah, there was a rumor like that. The guys in our class made a fuss about it. Though mainly because of the beautiful twin sister part, not because they're geniuses. Oh, geniuses, huh? How smart are they? They were the best at the entrance exams by miles. After that, they displayed their full genius during classes. Some say that their talent might even surpass Mochizuki Amane. What? Alltså vad är det som händer egentligen? Tobioka sensei immediately scouted them from the robotics club. It seems they refused though. These girls are even bigger geniuses than Amane-chan. Koto returned towards the sister with a somewhat mean glance. Some strange thoughts must be going through her head again. Hey, is that true? No, it's not. That's only Yoru-chan, not me. Asa-chan, the older sister, quickly stepped back so that Yoru-chan became the center of attention. Everyone turned their curious glances at Yoru-chan, but something like that doesn't matter, she said, somewhat annoyed. Yoru-chan is amazing. She's definitely a real genius. Huh? This girl, huh? I see. I'll tell you this, Amani-chan was incredible. Even though she's a glutton, she could concentrate on something so much that she forgot she was hungry. That just means she was an idiot. What did you say? Now, be quiet for a moment. I pacified the heated up Kotori. If we let her say whatever she wants, Amane-senpai will probably come off as a total weirdo. That aside, we've introduced ourselves. Aren't you going to do the same? That's right. That conversation went a bit off topic. Everyone pulled themselves together and introduced themselves one by one. Asa-chan listened enthusiastically, while Yori-chan seemed to let everything go in one ear and out the other. Himari is not a boarder, but she introduced herself too. She often comes here, so if those two are going to live here, it's best if they know who she is. Then my turn came last. I'm the dorm mother, Mina Savoy. Sorry if I scared you just now. No, don't worry about it. Isn't this a girls' dormitory? Yeah, well, for various reasons I'm doing dorm mother's job. The dorm mother of a girls' dormitory is a man, and such a young one at that. She looked at me with some suspicion. Oikun is alright, he's not interested in girls. What? She's right, even though he's living surrounded by so many girls, he still doesn't have a girlfriend. I even get angry when Kana-chan is walking around in her underwear. He definitely doesn't like girls. Hold on a minute, why are you saying that? Then you're interested? Of course, I'm interested in girls. Oh, you're totally into these girls. No, it's not like that. I'm not interested in a perfectly normal way. I wouldn't do anything inappropriate. I think we should stay in a different dorm after all, Nia-san. I was digging myself into more of a hole the more I spoke. As if sensing my predicament, a certain duck entered the dining hall. Quack quack. A duck? The twins' attention instantly turned to Hat. You came at just the right time. Hat, introduce yourself too. Quack quack. Yori-chan, he introduced himself. So cute. So cute. A call, Daka. Are pets allowed in this dormitory? Well, generally they aren't allowed, but Hat-senpai isn't a pet. He just lives here. You might call him our housemate. The twins looked like they didn't really get it, but he's cute, so they just kind of accepted it. But why did you come today? I heard you were coming tomorrow. Asa-chan was fidgeting a little. When I thought we'd be able to live by ourselves, I just couldn't wait. We heard from the real estate agent that there was a room we could use right away. Kotori, Himari, and I made a troubled face as the other boarders looked at us awkwardly. Right. Now, due to the typhoon, there are roof leaks and stuff. It's not just the appearance. Interior is a mess too. Let's look for a different dorm after all. Yeah, but Grandpa said that no other places have rooms that we can move into right away. Then let's go back home. I don't want to. Asa-chan clearly refused. Oh, so she actually is quite strong-willed. Hey, I wonder, why did you decide to come to our dormitory so suddenly? It's early July. If you're planning to move into a dorm, now is not the best time. Nesa said she wanted to move out all of a sudden. That's why we started looking for a room. At first we wanted to move to the new school dorm, but there were no rooms available. Ah, that dormitory. Kotori, Himmer and I all made a slightly grim expressions. Va? This year, Kifa Academy had built a new student dormitory. De har byggt över garaget. It was built at the back of the school, at the site of the demolished Soaring Club's garage. As a matter of fact, the school had been planning to build a dorm for a while, but the garage was in the way. That's why a group of teachers, including Tobioka, wanted to revoke the status of the Soaring Club. The new student dorm had an influence on Flying Fish Manor too. The construction was being delayed due to problems with securing the site. Because of that, the importance of small dorms like Flying Fish Manor was recognized. However, since that new dorm was built, it seems that the school wants to end its contract with Flying Fish Manor. Apparently an external dorm that the school can't keep a close eye on can cause plenty of worry, one way or the other. However, the rent here is cheap. That's because the owner runs the place almost as a hobby. That's why Yuka-san and the others decided to stay here despite the new dorm being built. All things considered, both the former members of the Soaring Club and all the other boarders have mixed feelings about the new student dorm. En sekund. Okej, jag är tillbaka igen. Then a grandfather spoke to an old friend of his, and she referred to us to this place. So does that mean that my mother and your grandfather know each other? I guess that's why my mother suddenly told me that they would be coming tomorrow. Yeah, he said that he can always depend on her. I see. Our grandfather is a board member at Keifu Academy. I see, huh? Your-chan, that's fine. Telling them now is better than being found out later. Då borde han ju kunna fixa ett rum åt dem jättelätt. Bara kasta ut någon stackare. You're a board member's granddaughters. Board chairman to be exact. The board started whispering when a title with such authority was mentioned. Well, that's how it is. Would you mind showing us our room? No, that's... We can move in immediately, right? There's a really bad leak. Also, we thought you'd be arriving tomorrow, so it hasn't been cleaned yet. We're sorry for coming so suddenly. It doesn't matter. For now, just show it to us. We'll think whether we're going to leave or not once we've seen it. No, like I said, that's... You're acting suspiciously. Are you hiding something? The girl is sharp. Let's go, Nessa. Okay. I got flustered, and the twins headed towards the room, paying me no heed. My mom must have told them the room number. This is bad. We gotta stop them. That one with the bad attitude really annoys me. They are board chairman's granddaughters. If they find it, we're gonna be in trouble. Yeah, I know. But I can't think of any way to stop them. Anyway, I'll go after them. Ugh, doesn't it smell somewhat stuffy? Yeah, just a little. Oh, but that must be because it's raining. Maybe. I think it's because this place is old, though. Besides, it's creaking because of the typhoon. Won't it fall apart? Oh, it might. Let's give up on this place. The food at home is delicious, and Grandpa... Oh, it's this room. Huh? What's this? It's a glider. What could it be? Is this perhaps... As I reached the second floor, the two of them were standing in front of the room, staring blankly at the glider inside. We're just looking after this. There's no leak, is there? Well, you're right. Someone must have fixed it, or something. You lied to keep this hidden from us, right? Yes, that's right. I quickly owned up to it. It seems there's no use lying to this girl. But why is such a thing in a place like this? After all, this is... Hur fan ska de få ut den här ens? A glider, isn't it? Oh, you recognized it. I forgot the situation and just answered her question, somewhat happily. Gliders are lesser known vehicles. Not many people have seen the real thing. Furthermore, this one is currently dismantled. After all, Was this by any chance stolen from the school? Hur i så fall? Well, I can be fine. I wonder. It's too late for second thoughts, but was it really alright doing something like that? We had no choice. If we hadn't done it, it would have been taken to the museum. If that had happened, we'd never be able to get it back. Hur fan fick de ens upp den? Var det inte på andra våningen också? Even though we inherited that glider from Amane-chan, well, yeah. So, was it? Your-chan got even more suspicious of my attitude and pursued the issue with stronger determination. At the time, when the garage was forcefully demolished, as soon as the Soaring Club had lost its status, the glider wasn't inside anymore. It had been moved somewhere else. After that, the school had it put in a storeroom. We wanted to get it back quickly, but since there was no way we could fly it and we didn't have anywhere to put it, we kept quiet and let the school take care of it. Then a few days ago, we heard from some surprising news from us. Allting har hänt a few days ago. The school was planning to donate the glider to the city museum. This glider was something the old members made all by themselves. Such an original aircraft is a nationwide rarity. Therefore, it has value as a museum exhibit. As for the school, the glider was pointlessly taking up a considerable amount of storage space, so they wanted to get rid of it. If it had gone to the museum, getting it back would have been impossible. Therefore, as an extreme measure, we decided to secretly take it out. Hur ens? And that's why it's here now. Hur ens? Yeah, that's correct. Even if I lied, I would have been quickly found out anyway, so I just frankly admitted it. I'm quite amazed. To think that it would be hidden in a place like this. Is this why you don't want us to live here? No, since I heard you were coming tomorrow, we were planning to move it somewhere else before then. Oh, is that so? Unfortunately, we were still in the middle of a huge typhoon. The only other place where we could store such a huge glider was the entry hall. However, given the circumstances, we wouldn't want to leave it anywhere so noticeably. Men hur fan flyttar ner den? Please, I beg you, keep it a secret. I put both hands together and plead intently. We did tell you just now that we are the board chairman's granddaughters. Why would we do something like betraying our grandfather for your sake? I like it here. Huh? Nelson? Asachan said with all her might. I like it here, Georgian. Didn't you hear? This thing here was stolen from the school. Even so, I like it here. I'm sorry. Asachan pleaded with Georgian, who was both angry and astonished. Do you know, Nathan, if this thing is in here, we won't have anywhere to sleep. Oh, it's okay, like this. Asachan laid down her petite body on the gap between the fuselage and the main wings, leaned against the wall. Count me out. But we have to stay here today. The whole building shook and rattled, as it was battered by strong winds. There's a typhoon outside, you know. That said, I don't think this place is too safe. It also seems rather unsanitary. If we let them go home, our secret will be exposed. The fact that our glider is here... Kan inte typ låsa dörren? Jag vet inte. So as of today, the two of you are our friends. Let's all get along together. I said, okay, applause, urging everyone to clap. Although everyone looked at my twitching smile dubiously, they gave a round of applause. Oikon, your face is twitching. We've been busted. I'm pleased to meet you all. Well, I guess I can greet you. Your attitude stinks. Listen, Yuka-san, that girl has a super bad attitude. I'll teach you that newcomer some manners. Right away. Kotor was making a fuss about it, and everyone else groaned. We already gotten used to it. Gotten used to it? How come? Everyone gave a sidelong glance without knowing what to say. To be frank, your attitude was 10 times worse, Kotori-chan. What? It would have been better if you just introduced yourself and greeted them properly. Kotori looked at Himari and me, searching for backup. Ditto. Opposing opinions resounded all around her. What's wrong with you guys? My attitude was never that bad. But what about the room? After all, that one... Yuka-san mumbled hesitantly. We got an unspoken agreement from the boarders to hide the glider in the room. They highly valued my achievement of getting the new fridge and understood the feelings of former members of the Soaring Club, so they turned a blind eye to the whole incident. Köpte de en jävla kylskåp. Therefore we decided that, officially, they don't know what's there. We will look for another storage location as quickly as possible. Until then, you two can use my room. Everyone looked at me questioningly, as if making sure I was really fine with it. I don't have many things, so I can easily make space and can sleep anywhere. Then you can come to my room. Let's sleep together. Hey, Kana, what the hell are you talking about? You can't do something like that. Oh, why? That's... Himari, you tell her. So you're dumping this on me? You see, it's kind of like this. If I caused a scandal or something, he would have to quit being a doormother. Yeah, that's it. Everyone unanimously agreed. Which is why that idea is rejected. Though even without everyone's rejection, using her room was never an option. Asachan spoke timidly. I don't really mind staying in the room with the glider, you know. But there's no room to lay out a futon. I'm fine with it. I'm prepared to do that much. We had no idea what on earth was she talking about, so everyone gave her slightly puzzled looks. Wait. That's right, her eyes were sparkling when she was looking at the glider just now. Does she have some sort of emotional attachment to it? Maybe she's an airplane enthusiast or something. I said I'm out. I'd suffocate if I slept in such a cramped space. Yori-chan! No means no. Absolutely not. Now, I told you to use my room, okay? Yes. She nodded, rather reluctantly for some reason. That's how it is. Everyone, it's just for a little while, so I would appreciate your cooperation. Okay. This is my room. Och med det ska vi ta avsluta. Det här avsnittet har varit jättekonstigt. Jag har verkligen spårat ut gånger 10 nu. Alltså, jag vet inte vad. Det är bara det händer konstiga saker på konstiga saker på konstiga saker. Jag vet inte. Jag fattar inte längre vad som händer, men det här avsnittet är slut nu i alla fall, det vet jag. Så jag får tacka så mycket för att ni tittar på det här ganska långa avsnittet, så hörs vi nästa gång i If My Heart Had Wings. Och ja, ni får det bra tills dess. Hej då!